make this bow with us? I can't wait to show you. Let's do it. We're going to make a picnic inspired wreath because I want you to go on a sweet little picnic with us. And we're going to start off with this ribbon right here, which is check with the beautiful neutral in the back. You know, I'm a fan of that. I love the neutral in the background. That's just one of my favorite things, just to keep it very organic looking. And because that has the red check, we're going to pair it with solid red that also has the same finish. So when I'm picking two ribbons to go together, it's easier to pull off a look if they have the same finish. And that's the same texture on the actual outside of the ribbon. And so that works really good on these because they're both muted and soft colors. So we're going to pair these together and make a beautiful bow. You can dovetail, or you can also just cut them at an angle. I do both. The angle cut, when you just angle cut, I like that for a ribbon that I'm going to be curling up, and I'm going to be curling them to go in my finished project that way. I want a nice long, I gotta make the camera a little bigger, a nice long 20-inch tail on here. So 20 inches, bring it to the center and twist. So my right hand goes forward, my left hand goes back. And I'm going to go out, it's not a huge bow, but I'm going to go out to 6 to start us off. 6, twist. I'm going to go out to 6 on this side and twist in the center. So you always twist when you want to do another loop. And I want a couple of loops here to get us started off. 6 here, twist, and we'll do one more on this side. The nice thing about working with the Easy Bow Maker and making bows for wreath making this way is that you can compile them from the bottom up, and you can kind of see your process come together. So if you don't like something, you just can take it off and redo it. It is just that easy. So I'm going to slice that just like that. And when I say cutting at an angle, this is what I mean. You can cut these at an angle and then curl them up, but I'm going to dovetail for the look I'm going for today. So just cut them from the fold up, and then you'll have a nice little V cut in there. Okay, and there's our two tails. Now these are a little bit different lengths. I went a little short on that one, so let me fix them. It's very forgiving, except you get a little shorter haircut. So now they're the same length. All right, well now we're going to put our next layer on top, and that's going to be the red. So I'm going to put the nice red. It's like a beautiful barn red. We're going to layer that right on top. And I'm going to take and dovetail this one also. And with this tail, I'd like it to be just a little bit shorter so it lays real pretty on here. You see how that lays and staggered? Almost like it's an award. You know, like you're getting an award at the country fair. Same thing here. And now we're just going to do just one loop. We're going to go an inch smaller at 5. So our big loops are out at 6. These are out at 5. And I want to show you what a cute bow this makes. This is what we call a 2-1 recipe. We have our own language to talk about bows over here at Keleas.com. But you can learn it really easy. You can learn it. 2-1 means 2 loops, then 1 loop. And the reason we had to create that verbiage is because I've sold thousands of wreaths on Etsy, and I had help making the finished designs. I designed them, but I had help with the production of the bow making. And we needed a language where we could communicate. And you could see how it could get confusing when you say, oh, I need 2 loops, and they would say 2, 1 and 1, or 2 and 2 and 2. What did that mean? So we created a language where we talk about one side of the bow at a time. All right, so this is a 2-1. Now we're ready to take this off the bow maker. So I'm going to use a cable tie. The cable tie is going to hold that center nice and tight. These you can find in your electrical department at your hardware store. I'm going to run this right beside my dowels. Put a finger on top and get some pressure on there. Not too tight, but some pressure before I pull it off the bow maker. So here it comes off. I'm going to rotate that back between my fingers right here. Okay, back between, and now I'm fluffing this tooth up. And this is where the magic happens. You can see already, even though this is a super simple bow, how pretty is it? I need to space these open. I need to bring these tails down and make sure this one is separating those 2 loops. And then you get this nice polished look. Flip that over. You're going to add your cable tie to the bottom and just get some tension. And now this one is ready for your embellishment in the center. So the center you can do a number of ways. I do like to polish them off with a little ribbon right down the middle here. And the reason I do that is because it'll just look nice and finished. Sometimes we put flowers in the middle on a wreath, or we might add, you know, a fun ball at Christmas time, or like this one, we could put a watermelon in the center, or a big cherry, or anything like that for the summertime design we're making. But one of the easiest things to do is if you want the center to disappear and you don't want to see the center, like I just want it to just be transitional, then you go with the ribbon that you have on top. So for that, us is the red. If you want the center to be a focal point and really stand out, then you do the ribbon in the back, and then it will make a place where your eye will stop and it will see the center. We're just going to keep it red in our situation here because we just want it to flow on through. So what you're going to do is take a piece of your red ribbon, and I'm going to fold this just to make it a little more narrow. You can make them like chunky like this, like chunky like me, or you can fold it a little tighter if you want to be a little skinny. And you go skinny. Okay, I'm gonna go skinny today. I'm feeling pretty in my pink. Feeling skinny. Doing a skinny bow. All right, so just put that right down the center in a couple of knots in the back. Yeah. Okay, let's trim that off and just cut that little knot on the back so it's kind of not too big back there, and you are done. Hey, if you're not on our text list and you want to learn how to make gorgeous bows just like this, you gotta text us 832-734-5201. Get a spot on the text list, send us VIP, and we'll let you know anytime we have new videos coming out where you can learn to make this stuff too. Okay?